Hello everyone, welcome back to Dan WrestleFan. Today we've got something a little bit different set up here for you. Please bear with me, I'm recovering from the flu. That's why we're doing something a little bit different today. But something I think is long overdue. I haven't done this on the channel yet, which I really need to. I need to do this for everything, so let's get into it here. We have got, let's crank these lights up, there we go. A look at the Blue brand roster. That's what we're going to do. We're doing a video look through today at the roster. Let's start back here with the Fiend and the Bludgeon Brothers. We've got them on the roster. They're always causing havoc. You can never really feel too safe when you've got these guys lurking in your roster. So I feel like this is a triple threat here that's just, I feel like this is something I wish would have happened. I really wish this would have happened. Like, the Bludgeon Brothers were one of my favorite tag teams in WWE. The Fiend's one of the best characters. The colors all match. They were all Wyatt family members originally. This just should have happened. Obviously it didn't. Timing was wrong, but I can make this happen in pick fed form, so that's what we've got teamed up there. We've got, of course, the Legends, the probably two biggest legendary names in women's wrestling, Trish Stratus and Lita. They're here on the roster, always making waves. The Brothers of Destruction, because if you're going to have one chaotic team, why not have another unstoppable, phenomenal, chaotic team? We've got our, right now, women's champion with the Divas Championship belt, Penelope Ford. Over here, grouping up, we've got DX, all kind of huddled together, going through their game plan. Further, when we get to the end of the ramp here, we've got, of course, the Elite, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks. Before I move down further, I'm going to jump back here because we have Jurassic Express hanging out. AJ Styles. So that's the one thing I do want to explain. When we do these drafts, when I drafted the blue roster, my wife drafted the pink roster, and my grandmother drafted the yellow roster, we had to draft either a team or an individual. So I got AJ Styles, but I didn't get the Good Brothers. They were already drafted. So that's how I ended up with just AJ. It's weird. It's a whole it's a whole thing. But that's how this roster got formed, just so you guys know. We've got Ric Flair over here chatting it up with Seth Rollins, talking about each other's drip. We've got The Rock hanging out with Becky Lynch. And, oh, look at that, some Super 7 figures. We've got Matt Cardona and Brian Myers over here just chilling, taking it all in. They're taking it in again like, hey, man, this is pretty awesome. Let's move back here. We've got Bo Dallas and Dolph Ziggler hanging out. So I'm thinking about taking that Bo Dallas, painting him up a little bit to kind of get him to match the Fiend. I don't know what you guys think about Uncle Howdy, but I think it's Bo Dallas. That's been my thing for a little while now. But I'm thinking about matching him up, kind of fiending him up a little bit to kind of fit him in with that faction. We've got, here's the custom figures, We the Kings, which from right to left is Missy K. Swoop, Drake Valentine, and Eddie the Chest Panic. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Told you, I'm trying to get over the flu. Hopefully we're kicking it here soon. But that's our faction, We the Kings. We've got Edge hanging out down here. Come over here, we've got Chris Jericho, CM Punk, and AJ Lee hanging out, and they realize Brock Lesnar's here. Yeah, we've got Big Bad Brock. This is a loaded roster, I know, but when I get to the other brands and the other rosters, you're going to see they're just as stacked. It's a lot. We've got Mandy Rose here. I do not have the rest of the Toxic Attraction. I don't have the other figures for Gigi Dolan and JC Jane, so they only have basic figures out right now, and I don't think they're in stores yet, so I haven't been able to track anything down. We've got Velvet Sky hanging out back here. We move around the front, Yushin Thunder Liger, Karrion Kross with Scarlet, Red Velvet and Jade Cargill hanging out, and Damage Control in the corner. Moving up into the ring, we've got 2/3 of Bludgeon Brothers. We've got John Cena hanging out with who else? Stone Cold Steve Austin. Moving back, we've got Cody Rhodes, our champion, R-Truth. Gosh, I'm sorry, guys. And Malachi Black. Over here, we've got the tag champs, the Undisputed Era, Randy Orton, and the Judgment Day has grown. They have... So I had the Brody Lee figure, and originally I had drafted the Dark Order and, got Stu and Uno and Anna and all them and John. But then I just liked the Bludgeon Brothers Harper so much better, because then I had the Bludgeon Brother Eric and didn't really know what to do with just him and Bray Wyatt. So I scrapped it. I'm like, look, they all have the black and purple gear. We're just going to build this into a mega faction. And that's basically what's happened. So you guys can see the roster here. Oh, I forgot to say so we've got our main championship, of course, on R-Truth. We've got the tag belts. Our secondary championship, only because I love this belt so much. It's probably my favorite belt in all of WWE right now, is the United Kingdom. And then we've got our women's Divas belt. Sorry, guys. And that's just because I didn't want to use, like, the AEW stuff. And then the other brands, Pink brand has SmackDown belts, and... No, Pink brand has Raw, Yellow brand has SmackDown. I know, I should have put all the SmackDown stuff here on Blue brand, but I just didn't think about it. Anyway, guys, that's our setup here of our roster. So now you guys see the roster. If you guys want to see any of these figures in a pick fed, I want to start getting back into the pick fed more seriously and start doing more up-to-date content on that rather than just... I was doing like some stuff every once in a while, but it's been like 2 or 3 months since I've actually done anything for the pick fed. So if you guys want to see anything with this roster, please let me know. Let me know who you want to see, what matchups you want to see. Are we putting titles on the line? Should I throw more titles in here? Well, before I throw more titles in, let's wait and see. Let's look at the other rosters so you can see all the active belts that are going right now. But I do have the YOLO County Championships. I took duct tape over those. Not duct tape. Packing tape, I'm sorry. On both sides of those to make them durable so you can actually Velcro them on the back. And people can wear them. Hopefully my voice will be better by next time, because it's killing me right now. So we're going to wrap this up, guys. We'll see you next time. Until then, do something that scares you. Bye.